Welcome! Today, let's make homemade pesto gnocchi, a delicious dish combining soft potato dumplings with vibrant basil pesto. Follow these steps to prepare a meal bursting with fresh flavors, perfect for any occasion. Let's begin. Let's get the ingredients ready for our pesto gnocchi. For the gnocchi, we'll need 2 pounds or 900 grams of potatoes. Either russet or Yukon Gold works great. We'll also need 1 cup, or 120 grams, of all-purpose flour, 1 egg, and 1 teaspoon of salt. Now for the pesto. Grab 2 cups of fresh basil leaves, half a cup of grated Parmesan cheese, half a cup of extra virgin olive oil, and 1/3 cup of pine nuts or walnuts. You'll also need 2 garlic cloves. Season it all with salt and pepper to taste, and if you like, add a squeeze of lemon juice for some extra freshness. Finally, for serving, have some extra grated Parmesan cheese, fresh basil leaves, and optional cherry tomatoes on hand. Let's get cooking. Now, let's prepare the potatoes for our gnocchi. Start by washing the potatoes thoroughly. Leave the skins on and place them in a large pot. Fill the pot with enough water to cover the potatoes. Bring the water to a boil and let the potatoes cook until they are tender, which should take about 20 to 30 minutes. Once the potatoes are tender, drain them and let them cool slightly. When they are cool enough to handle, peel off the skins. Now, let's make the gnocchi dough. Take your peeled potatoes and pass them through a potato ricer, or you can mash them until smooth. Once mashed, spread the potatoes out on a floured surface and let them cool completely. When they are cool, sprinkle the potatoes with 1 teaspoon of salt. Next, add 1 cup of all-purpose flour and 1 egg. Mix everything together and gently knead until a dough forms. Be careful not to overwork the dough. It should be soft and slightly sticky. Next, let's shape the gnocchi. Divide the dough into 4 equal portions. Take 1 portion and roll it into a long rope about ½ an inch, or 1.25 centimeters, in diameter. Repeat with the remaining portions. Next, cut each rope into 1 inch, or 2.5 centimeter, pieces. If you like, you can roll each piece over the tines of a fork or a gnocchi board to create ridges. These ridges help the gnocchi hold onto the sauce better. Now, let's cook the gnocchi. Bring a large pot of salted water to a boil. Once the water is boiling, add the gnocchi in batches. Cook the gnocchi until they float to the surface, which should take about 2 to 3 minutes. Once they float, they are done. Use a slotted spoon to remove the cooked gnocchi from the pot and transfer them to a plate. Continue this process until all the gnocchi are cooked. Now it is time to make the pesto sauce. In a food processor, combine 2 cups of fresh basil leaves, half a cup of grated Parmesan cheese, 1/3 cup of pine nuts, and 2 garlic cloves. Pulse until everything is finely chopped. With the processor running, slowly add ½ a cup of extra virgin olive oil until the mixture is smooth and creamy. Season the pesto with salt and pepper to taste. If you like, add a squeeze of lemon juice for extra freshness. And now, let's combine the gnocchi with the pesto. In a large pan, gently heat the pesto over low heat. Once the pesto is warmed, add the cooked gnocchi to the pan. Toss the gnocchi gently to coat them evenly with the pesto. Make sure each piece of gnocchi is well covered in that delicious pesto sauce. Finally, it's time to serve. Plate the pesto gnocchi and garnish with extra grated Parmesan cheese and fresh basil leaves. For an added burst of color and flavor, you can also add halved cherry tomatoes. And lastly, here are some helpful tips for making and serving pesto gnocchi. Boiling the potatoes with their skins on helps prevent them from absorbing too much water. If the gnocchi dough is too sticky, add a little more flour, but be cautious as too much flour can make the gnocchi heavy. The ridges on the gnocchi help them hold onto the sauce better. Do not overcrowd the pot when cooking the gnocchi. Cook them in batches for even cooking. Toast the pine nuts before adding them to the pesto to enhance their flavor. If the pesto is too thick, add a little pasta water to loosen it up and achieve the desired consistency. Serve the gnocchi immediately after tossing with the pesto for the best texture and flavor. These tips will help you create perfectly delicious pesto gnocchi every time. Enjoy your delicious homemade pesto gnocchi.